this one does lead to the next one. Um, what might help is if we draw HI and GJ without the actual triangle. Imagine these are parallel lines and they're cut by a transversal. Remember all that stuff we talked about with parallel lines being cut by a transversal?
Uh-huh.
So this is where it comes into play. These angles are congruent. That's the two here. What type of angles are these in this case?
Um, they're
Are
acute.
they? Nope. We're talking about two parallel lines cut by a transversal. So we had like same side, we had interior, exterior,
Oh,
alternate.
these are alternate interior.
Yes, these are alternate interior angles. Okay. So you can shorthand that if you want. You can go like AIA. I don't know if your instructor cares.
Mhm.
What do you think? Will they be okay with that?
Yeah, they recognized it all the time while we were doing it, so it's fine.
All right. So how about the next part here? HJ congruent to JH. Those are the same letters. HJ congruent to JH.
Oh, those are we called it reflexive properties.
Yes,
Property.
exactly. Exactly. All right. Now to do the last part with the triangle, sometimes you do all this stuff and it's like, oh my gosh, like you don't even really kind of know what you've done. I sometimes find it's useful to draw the triangle separated. So we said that this is congruent to this angle is congruent to this angle, and then this is congruent to this, the side's congruent to the side. There are four ways to prove triangles congruent. There is SSS, SAS, ASA, and AAS. Do any of those make sense here?
Yeah.
Which one?
Uh, SAS.
So you have a side, an angle, and a side. Is the angle between the two sides? It is. Side, an angle, and a side. Yes, it is SAS.
Okay.
Any questions on that before I proceed?
No.
All right. So this is next problem here is more like what we did yesterday, or 2 days ago. Um, we showed triangles were congruent, and you have to say whether it's SSS or SAS here. But the more important thing for me is going to be this congruency statement stuff. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean by that?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me whether number one is SSS or SAS, and then
SSS or SAS. I think they're SAS.
I agree, it's SAS. So give me the triangle congruence statement.
Oh, they're
And if you're not sure, like,
PQY
okay, PQY, that's fine.
and PCK.
Good, good, really good. Now, I found it sometimes helps to draw like a path. I don't know if that is if well, this was all explained, but you're basically wrapping around to get back, and then you're just drawing the same path on the other one. But really good, really, really good. So number two, whenever you're ready, you want to tell me whether that's
I would say
SSS
that
or
one's a SSS.
all right, I agree. And then give me the triangle congruence statement whenever you're ready.
Okay, so DAC and CBA.
So you started at D. D is between the one and the two. So you have to start between the one and the two. You have to start at yeah, the other one.
Okay, so I guess BAC.
So here's what you did. You went down the one side. So you have to go down
Oh,
the one side.
oh, BCA.
There you go. Very good. All right. Number three. Three could be pretty tough here. When you're doing a proof, I would tell you to actually draw the triangles separate, but maybe we don't need to for this part.
I would say it's SAS.
It is SAS. They share that side at the bottom. What is your triangle congruence statement?
Okay, so it's JMK LKM. That good? Okay. Uh, SAS.
So for it to be SAS, the angle has to be between the sides.
Oh, I guess it's SSS.
What's the third side? Is it shown as congruent?
Mm, no,
So you
no.
can't use that either. So it's not possible. If you read at the top, it says state whether the triangles can be proven congruent if possible. So they're not always possible. All right, let's look at number five. You have to go by the given information or something that you can um, say is congruent without saying, oh, well, it looks congruent. There's actually a reason for it.
Uh, SSS for number five.
It it is because they share a side. They share EF. EF is congruent to FE by reflexive. So give me the congruent statement.
Congruent statement is CEF is congruent to DEF.
Good, really good. All right.
Okay, this one it's is this one possible? Is it impossible?
It is possible. It's the parallel lines that are helpful here.
Oh, so it's SSS.
Nope, parallel lines don't tell you anything
Huh?
about sides. They tell you about
Oh,
angles.
I guess it's just
Which angles are congruent in this situation? This is that two parallel lines cut by a transversal.
so it has to be SAS.
Right. So this angle, these are alternate interior angles. So it is SAS. Give me the congruent statement, please.
Okay, D J A and MEA.
The you got it like it doesn't matter where you start, but if you start at D, you have to start at E. And
Oh,
I would always kind of
EMA.
argue, yeah, and I like what you actually did in the last one where you started kind of in a unique vertex. Um, because this, if you give the wrong one, it's truly wrong, and there's no partial credit on that. So just to keep that in mind here. All right, 7 and 8.
I don't think these are possible for number seven. It's not, they're not connected.
I agree. If there's no overlap or no parallel lines, you're probably not going to have anything. All right. How about number 8?
SAS.
All right. I agree. What is the triangle congruent statement?
It's A, B, and C
Okay.
to D, E, C.
Nope. Nope. E is or A. When you start at A, you're saying
Oh,
I'm
E,
starting.
D, C.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So the rest of these are just proofs. That's pretty awful. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just do some proofs. These are not I mean, these are just, I mean, they're just not great. I mean, for new student geometry, these are probably the hardest thing you'll get. So, but there's kind of a recipe, like you can at least put down each given in its own line. You can put down the 3 givens, and that gets you, 50% of the way there in the proof. The proof statement always goes at the end. So now we've even got more
Mhm.
than half of it, right? Now, once you get all that down, let me know when you got that down.
Is that of or is that of?
It's right here. There's 3 givens. I'm just
No, no, is
rewriting
that
this.
word in number three is
Yes.
the word?
Yeah, but you should focus on what's up here. Like there's 1, 2, 3. They usually come in the order they appear.
Mhm.
Okay. Now let's go through them and work on the drawing. So if AB is congruent to CD, those 2 segments are congruent. AB is parallel to CD, and then D is the midpoint of DE. So D is the midpoint. What does that mean for B to D and B to E if it's
Um,
the midpoint?
that it's crap, I remember this in class. I'm trying to remember it. She talked about this.
If it's in the middle of something, what does that mean for the 2 pieces?
But it's the midpoint, so it's there, it's connected. But
It means they're congruent.
oh, are they congruent?
Yes. So BD is congruent to ED. Now we've got to say why though. That's the harder part. It's figuring out why. The why is definition of, it's the definition of whatever you were just doing. So what were we just doing in the previous line?
It's the you're going through the midpoint.
Definition of a midpoint. Yeah. Okay. So we've used up one of the givens to do something new. We're gonna use the second given now. AB is parallel to CD. It's cut by a transversal. What do you know about these two angles that I've drawn here?
Hold on. Give me a second.
Sure.
Sorry, my dog came in and started barking. Yeah. Sorry. What'd you ask?
I asked if you draw AB parallel to CD and you draw a transversal and you have these two angles, what is the reason that they are congruent?
Um, I'm trying to remember what congruent means.
Congruent just means they're equal. Why are they equal though? We studied two lines cut by a
Oh, because they're
transversal.
connected. They're the same.
The, well, yes, but why are they the same? What is the that they're on the same side? One's in the interior, one's in the exterior. They alternate. What was one of
They're
those that
on
we?
the same side
That's true. Do you have any of our old assignments, notes available to you?
somewhere. I don't know where
Okay.
though.
Well, this course is very heavy on memorization, so you've got to have a strategy for keeping up with those terms. So, what is your strategy going to be to be able to access them, look for them?
I save whenever you email me the this, I
Okay.
save them to my computer.
Okay. So that's good. Now, do you have the ability to search them?
Search. Yeah, I named them.
And I tell this to every student. I actually don't look that often, but I just did a quick search, and I mean, there's a Quizlet on this that has everything that I'm asking about on it. It's like you don't have to do any work. You just have to go find the thing that works. There's no pictures in this one, so I don't think this is a great one. But like, I'll just throw a few of these up here on the screen. It's one of these. Which of these is the reason why they are congruent?
Um, they have corresponding
They're
positions.
corresponding. Yeah, corresponding. Good. Okay. So my bigger concern is like, how are you going to remember that going forward? Um, you have to come up with that answer. So we're talking about angle A to B to D, angle A to B to D, congruent to angle C to D to E. So now what is it that makes these two triangles congruent? Is it SSS or SAS?
Um, SAS.
It's SAS. All right, so let's see if we can quickly do 10 here in a short amount of time that we have left. All right, so KM congruent to NM, that's given. That's this is congruent to that. LK, it's congruent to LN. Okay, that's also given. All right, let's say we can put the proof statement down here. Let's say that that is SSS. What is the other side in this triangles that we can say is congruent?
Um, the
The shared side, which is the shared side,
the share side is L to M.
L to M. So now you don't just say L to M congruent to L to M, you have to flip the letters. That's fine, that's reflexive. Another thing yet to remember, but that is the way to do these.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple that you'll have to maybe think about on your own. They're very similar, um, but I get it. They're proofs, they're hard, they're not that easy. Good job. We are all done.